Right, so in this video we're going to bring in some sounds. Now it's a bit difficult to work with sounds in After Effects because unless you do a RAM preview you're not going to actually hear any sound, so it can be a bit challenging, especially when you want to sync things to sounds. But here we go. So first things we do is we need to bring the sounds we want in. Now we've got three sounds for this. We've got a soundtrack, so music that plays throughout. We've got a couple of sound effects. We've got a laughing of the witch and a ho 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 from a rather gruff sounding Father Christmas. So we'll go File and Import, and we'll choose File. Brings up our thing here. We've got in a sounds folder. I can just select all of those, and these are MP3 format, which is fine for what we want. Press open, and it shouldn't take long because they're not very big. If we grab one of those, so this is the soundtrack, that's going to go down here, and you can see that that lasts for the whole thing there. And you can see as well, if I press play, it doesn't play it. We don't hear any sounds. Sometimes we might want to listen to the sounds without doing a pre-render or a RAM preview. We can hold down the control key, or on a Mac the command key, and drag the time slider. So it sounds a little bit odd doing that, but you can at least tell the sound is there and working. Now if we do a RAM preview, I'll do it at a very low resolution, and yeah. So you can see our animation going there, but we can't hear anything until it's finished rendering out its frames. Okay, lovely. I'm also going to get it to fade out at the end, I think, because it will be a bit of an abrupt stop at the end. But before we do that, we can actually make sure that we've got the right bit of the soundtrack. So I'm just going to move that on just a little bit and see what that's like. And all I've done there is I've just dragged this along a little bit, hopefully so we get a little bit more of a doo-doo at the end. Okay, that's cool. And here we can control the volume. So move the playhead to the beginning of the animation, turn the stopwatch on for audio levels, and I'm just going to turn that down to -30, and by the time we're about 2 seconds in, back up to 0. So that's its normal volume. 0, if you like, is its normal. You can see it says +0 decibels. And then we'll go throughout the whole animation, and then we'll get to about 13 seconds, something like that. And sort of in line with Santa disappearing off the screen. I'll add another keyframe, so I'll just click here to turn that one on, and then by the time is left, I'm going to bring that down to -48, so it's completely silent. Okay. So give that a little preview. So you can hear that fade in a bit, and hopefully as it's gone through, and it should fade out. Okay. So I'm just going to move that along a little bit more, I think, and actually bring that right to the end. Okay, and I'm going to have it not quite silent, so it doesn't quite do that. I'm just going to shove that up a little bit as well, so it really only just fades out at the end. Okay, that's fine. Now as for the sound effects, again, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag these on, but I'm going to drag them on and put them underneath the layer that they're associated with, just so it's a little bit more sensible. So when the witch comes on, I'm going to have her sort of arrive like that, and then the laughing can start. And again, I'm going to have the audio levels drop off in the last few moments, sort of turn the stopwatch on there, and by the time we've got to the end of that bit of sound, it's very quiet. In fact, yeah, I'll go as low as we can to -48. So give that a little test. Now hopefully we'll be able to hear this over the rest of the music. And then of course Santa's going to exactly the same thing. I just got these sound effects from a website, freesfx.com. You know, you could spend a long time searching for very precise ones. I'm going to have that just sort of line up with the end there. And again, just at the end, turn the stopwatch on and have it fade out. So there we go. So that's all the sound in. I'll give it a last preview.
Merry Christmas!
So he's fading out a little bit too quickly there. So I might just bring that all back just a touch and turn him up right at the end. If you're having trouble getting to a keyframe, right click, go to keyframe time, and I'll just turn that up a little bit more.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
There we go. Alright, so for the purpose of this, I'm happy with it. She seems to be ahead of the window there. It's to do with the depth of everything. I haven't given her a depth. There we go. So I'll put her at 700. So she no longer appears to be in front of the window. Okay. So we'll give that a save. Just like one last RAM preview. As you can see, lowering the resolution has a dramatic effect on the amount of time it takes to render out these frames for a quick preview.